Here are my favorite recipes for each month in 2025. I got 3 big surprises for you all in 2026, so stay tuned.
Let me show you how to make some lemon pepper wings for weight loss.
How about for weight gain?
To start the seasoning process, I'm gonna hit them with a little bit of lemon pepper.
So far, so good.
A little baking powder will make these crispy without frying them.
We are gonna fry these, which is why I'm gonna add a whole bunch of cornstarch.
Spread them out on a sheet tray with the rack.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
And then we're gonna go into the oven at 415.
And then into the deep fryer at 375.
After about 25 minutes, it'll start looking nice and beautiful like this.
After about 8 minutes, it'll look nice and crispy like this.
Finish them off, we need free low-calorie flavor.
I want some high-calorie flavor, so let's add some Kewpie mayo, hot sauce, lemon pepper seasoning, lemon zest. Now you just want to coat this in your sauce and you're good to go. Oof, look at that sauce, all them extra calories. Can't go wrong. So I bought about 2 pounds of chicken wings. I'm sure I can calculate the protein and the calories in that. But with the sauce, if you guys know what the total amount of protein and calories are, let me know in the comments. But let's see how much I can even eat. 8.7 out of 10. Let's make Indonesian fried rice. I'm in Lombok, Indonesia, checking out the food scene, and a lot of different countries have their own version of fried rice. This one is my favorite, and it's called Nasi Goreng. In a large pot, let's add some chicken and season with salt and pepper, along with some big chili, garlic, and shallots. And after a few minutes, add long beans and carrots. And before we add the rice in, we're gonna toss in some bok choy and cabbage.
The Chinese recipe use leftover rice, but in Indonesia we just use any rice. Leftover or cooked rice, you start from rice cooker straight away, doesn't matter. This is sweet soy sauce. Now oyster sauce, and now time to mix. Mix it like this, that's it.
What makes this different from the Chinese fried rice?
Our fried rice is a lot darker because of the sweet soy sauce.
So it's a bit more on the sweet side?
Sweet side, yeah, and never sour.
It's a lot more creamier too.
Oyster sauce.
Yeah.
Oyster sauce a bit thick.
Because I think with the Chinese fried rice, you can almost taste the individual rice, but this is almost all together.
Yeah, all together, stick together, yeah?
Yeah, it's nice. 9.4 out of 10. Let's make garlic butter naan.
Inside of a tandoor oven.
It's basically a clay oven where you get to stick raw pieces of dough onto the side walls, and this is a popular way to cook naan in Pakistan because it makes it crispy on the outside and soft on the inside.
It's just a white flour, 1 egg, baking powder, yeast, sugar, salt, vegetable oil, milk, water.
And now what are we looking for when you mix it?
A little bit of a sticky dough. Plus it's more about a feel in the end. We're just gonna switch it to that one, right? I mean, you're not gonna wait here for 24 hours. Come on. This is just a final. Cover it and leave it out for 24 hours. It should rise to the full.
Next, it's time to make the dough balls.
It should be firm on both sides. It should be circular, so when you actually flatten it out, it becomes like perfect round shape. We're gonna roll it out. We make a couple of holes so it doesn't really become a ball.
Now spread the naan onto a soft cushion and slap it in the tandoor. It's also over 550 degrees, so if you stick your hand in here, you're definitely coming out clean shaven with no hair or maybe a burn mark. Finally, just wait until the naan gets golden brown. It's so hot that it really only takes about a minute, and scoop it out. Lastly, brush on some butter and you're good to go. Mama is here enjoying it with some beef Kabobs, which is probably one of my favorite dishes. For those who don't know, I'm at a place called Lahore Tikka House, which is an OG Pakistani restaurant here in Toronto. Fun fact, when I was 4 years old, this is where I tried my first ever mango kulfi. And lastly, for the garlic butter.
It's a mix of chopped garlic, a little bit of coriander, and then butter.
It's so light.
It really is. And flaky, but also crispy.
How old is this recipe?
30 years. Obviously from back home, thousands of years. Ancient.
I dropped it. It's a lot harder than it looks. If you're a busy mom and you don't know what to cook, you need to make lentils, also known as dal.
हाँ सबसे इजी है कि आपकी दाल जल्दी बन जाती है 20 मिनट में. पहले हम इसमें दाल डालेंगे.
And you can use any dal you want. This is a mix between red, yellow, and even split chickpeas.
नमक और रेड कुटी हुई मिर्च, सूखा धनिया, थोड़ी सी लौंग, अदरक, लहसुन और हल्दी का पेस्ट, टमाटर, पानी ताकि ये दाल कवर हो जाए.
And if you have a pressure cooker, put it on medium heat for about 12 minutes.
तो हम इसको दोबारा थोड़ा सा 10 मिनट रखेंगे, वो हो जाए ग्रेवी टाइप हो जाए.
And now technically you could stop now, but what we really like to do is add a mixture of fried onions, green chilies, and cumin seeds in ghee, and then we add all of this into the dal. And now just pour this over some rice and you're good to go.
Mostly दाल चावल आपको अच्छे लगते थे.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, why not?
I hated this when I was a
हाँ
kid.
पागल नहीं नो.
I like it now, but I used to hate this. I used to always make this when I was a kid.
Let's make shawarma
for weight gain.
Ah, my friend Gully, how are you today?
Can I get a shawarma with the most amount of protein in it?
You want lots of protein, you bulking guy, you bulky guy? Chef Rush couldn't take care of you, my friend. You ask for shawarma, I make the bread fresh. Is there protein in bread?
I was just about to ask, is there protein?
Of course there is, my friend. There's protein in everything. 1, 2, 3, oh! Look at that, my friend. I love bobbing the bubbles. Okay, you want regular garlic or spicy garlic?
Has to be spicy.
Bottoms are spicy garlic.
You want chicken or beef and lamb or falafel? How about beef and lamb? Beef and lamb?
With the chicken. Put on some chicken, just like that. Beef and lamb. If I like you, I give it a bit more.
You want lettuce?
Nah.
Bro, eat some vegetables. I ain't got time for that. I gotta gain some weight.
Okay, you want some tomatoes?
Nah.
Okay, you want sumac onion?
Yeah.
This guy, of course, he has to have sumac onion. Is there protein in pickles? Turn it up with the turnips. You want some more protein?
Yeah.
Extra protein in the hummus, my friend. Chickpeas. Tahini sauce.
Extra protein.
Just like that, my friend. Want hair on your chest?
Yeah.
We put on the spicy. You want some pomegranate molasses?
Always.
Pomegranate molasses. Abbas, is there any other protein?
He said french fries.
Yes, we need the carbs and the protein. So remember, my friends, if the wrap's not tight,
It's not right.
even Gully knows. So let's wrap it up, just like that, my friend. Make sure Abbas has no room to breathe. You feel Abbas is there?
He's kicking.
You like the top chick, right?
Extra protein. You're a fighter, right?
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh! Look at that!
I got that extra meat in there. I ain't got time for the veggies, so I skipped out on that. The sauce is on point. 9.6 out of 10.
If you want to get big,
You gotta drink this.
I call it the Mammoth protein shake. Back in my bodybuilding days, this is how we fueled our bodies and this is how we got maximum output out of our workouts. Coconut water. I used to use water because I couldn't afford coconut water. We're doing 2 serves or 1.
Oh, this is a lot. How much?
I want you to get big, man. I'm gonna go the whole lot. We're gonna go protein. Always, always double the scoop. The fiber for the day, bit of oats. The banana, it's got the potassium, which is gonna help you take in the hydration. Avocado. I go half avocado. You can go full, but I think that's got enough fat for us. You can't go without honey. What we think is enough, and I'll tell you right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
This is gonna be sweet.
When you see the last ingredient, the secret weapon, you're gonna think twice and you're gonna say, thank God you put that honey in. The buck, the egg.
I've never tried raw egg in a
You ever watch
protein
Rocky?
shake before. Yeah, I did a video with that.
Well, you should know. The egg is exactly what you need. I'm not a good egg breaker because usually the wife does it. We're ready to blend, man.
Let's do it.
Doesn't look pretty, but it's going to look pretty soon. Whoa, blast from the past. As soon as I finish my workout, this is gonna go straight into your muscles and it's gonna fuel you for the next workout. So the strong believer is much more beneficial than the weaker believer. And it's not just only in strength, but it's also in your physical output of what you do to make your iman strong. Many people are very strong, but they can't lift that blanket off in the morning to get up for Fajr. Together combined with discipline, and this is what sports does, it disciplines us. That is why I urge every single Muslim out there to be involved in some sort of sport. Even if it's just walking every day, it's still physical. Our bodies are loaned to us. This has been given as an amanah, a loan, a trustworthy loan from our Creator. Put our soul into this vessel to carry our soul and to do the deeds that we have to do every single day. It will return back to the Almighty, the ground, and we will be questioned about what did we do with it?
Let's make McDonald's Big Mac, but better. It has a Pakistani twist. To ground beef, I'll add garam masala, chili powder, salt, and black pepper. Give this a mix, and make your patties. And if you want to make it a perfect circle, just stuff it into a Tupperware lid. To make the Big Mac sauce, I'm going to mix some Pakistani chili ketchup, chaat masala, which is a tangy spice mix, mayo, mustard, and a splash of vinegar. Now just give this a mix. Let's spread some ghee on a sesame bun, and give it a nice toast. Now just cook your patties until they're golden brown. Finally, to assemble, let's grab your bottom bun, along with your Big Mac sauce, diced onion, shredded lettuce, your beef patty, slice of cheese, a middle bun, along with some tamarind chutney. Yeah, we need more than just a Big Mac sauce. And instead of pickles, I'm going to use some achar, which is a spiced Pakistani pickle. And you don't need a whole lot, just a bit. Top it off with more onions and shredded lettuce, your second patty, another slice of cheese, and lastly, your top bun with a beautiful green chutney. This has mint, cilantro, green Thai chili peppers, a bit of lemon juice, and some salt and black pepper. This is huge. Ooh, I'm definitely gonna gain weight with this. Man, that Pakistani Big Mac sauce is on point. I think that really makes this. I don't know what's better, this or that Pakistani smash burger I made a while back. They're both really good. All that masala and spice go so well with that beefy flavor. I have to rate this. I'm giving this a 9.3 out of 10.
Let's make a Pakistani.
Naan kebab roll.
Oh, is this like a shawarma?
It's even better.
To start, in a large bowl, start grating down a shallot. Oh my god.
Why are you crying?
In a mini food processor, we need green chilies and heartburn. Then give this a quick pulse.
In a bowl, add all-purpose flour, salt, sugar, yogurt, 1 egg, and some yeast mixed with water. And now slowly incorporate water and mix until it forms a sticky dough. And now coat the top with oil and cover the bowl with plastic wrap and leave it in the fridge for about an hour to rest.
Now, in a large bowl, we need 80-20 ground beef. Add in the heartburn and green chilies, the stupid cry makers. Then we're gonna season with cumin, coriander, and chili powder. And then just a hefty pinch of salt and pepper. And then we're gonna get in there with our hands and keep on mixing the meat until it's essentially sticky.
Now with some wet hands, grab your beef and form your kebabs on a skewer. Dust your board with some flour, add your naan, cut this into sections, and you can start making your dough balls. You just want to fold this into itself and then roll it around. And I'll cover this at room temp for about a half an hour.
Now to make the green chutney, we need mint and cilantro. Give this a nice pinch of salt. And then we're just gonna mash it to extract all those beautiful oils. Now when those herbs are pasty, we're gonna add some green chili. Give that a quick mash, going with a healthy amount of yogurt. Give this a light palmful of black pepper and a squeeze of lemon. This chutney is one of those things that makes a flip-flop taste good.
Screaming hot grill. Now we toss them on the grill.
And now let's roll out your naan to the best circle that you can make. And slap it on a hot pan and get each side nice and golden brown.
Now to assemble, we start with our naan, a healthy amount of our green chutney. Then we go on with our beautiful kebab, a couple beautiful green chilies. And now we roll.
Now, as always, Bismillah.
How's it?
You did well, my friend.
Nice, nice, nice.
I like it.
See? Yeah.
That's really good.
Nice fresh bread, huh? You asked for kebab? Gully makes the bread fresh.
Let's make sushi with a Pakistani twist. I'm gonna start with a beautiful piece of salmon and just cut this lengthwise. Lightly marinate the fish with some ginger, turmeric, and garlic paste. Let's grab our seaweed. And I just got some store-bought sushi rice because it takes years to master making sushi rice and I ain't got time for that. I also don't want to mess this up. And so with some wet hands, I'm just gonna squeeze this into a little ball and then evenly spread this across my seaweed. In Pakistan, we call this mooli. It's basically a radish. I'm gonna put some of this just across the rice. I have some wasabi, but I want to mix some achar oil into the wasabi. This is basically pickled veggies, but I only want the liquid. And we'll just spread this across the rice with our finger. Next up, our salmon, sliced cucumber, and we gotta spice it up just a bit, so I'm adding a green Thai chili pepper, but I am removing the insides because it's super spicy. I'm gonna add a little bit of chaat masala, which is a spicy and tangy spice mix. And lastly, just a little bit of cilantro, also known as dhania. And now we roll. Hopefully I don't mess this up. Ooh, I think I gotta stand up for this one. Unroll. Ooh, okay, not bad, not bad. Look at that. That's a hefty roll, eh? Now we slice. Oh no, I opened it a bit. Oh man, that was a bit too hard. It's gotta be a bit lighter. Oh no. Okay, hold on. It's not bad. I got a few good pieces here. And at the end, instead of soy sauce, I'm just going to add some raita, which is a vinegary yogurt condiment. Honestly, I don't even know how this is going to taste. I just thought of this, so I thought maybe this might work. Yo, that achar with the wasabi is a wicked combo. Oh man. It's a little bit spicy and that green chili hits, but then it cools off with the raita. And the ginger, turmeric, and garlic paste isn't too overpowering, which is nice. Oh man, this is proper. Just gonna dip some of this in there. I could use some work on my rolling skills. It's a lot harder than it looks. 9.1 out of 10. Try butter noodles. That sounds comforting. It's midnight and I am craving some carbs. I think this is going to hit the spot. If something is called butter noodles, let's not be shy with the butter. Let's keep going just until we think it might give us health issues. Whee! And you can't go wrong with some black pepper and garlic. Oh, that smells like garlic bread right now. I'm just going to a bit more butter. Add in the pasta with a bit of the pasta water. Add a bit more black pepper. And I know I can't help myself, but a little bit of chili powder. I'm gonna sleep like a baby tonight. That's so creamy, so buttery. Of course it's buttery. 8.3 out of 10. Here's how you can make
chicken piccata side salad.
From The Office.
Chicken piccata, salad on the side, please.
I'll start with a side salad and chicken piccata.
Chicken piccata side salad.
Side salad, chicken piccata on the side. I'll start with a side salad, then a chicken piccata.
Steak, rare.
I'm not sure if you're supposed to eat this by itself or if you're supposed to accompany this with maybe, I don't know, rice or pasta. That's a buttery chicken breast. I don't know if that's the juiciest chicken breast or the greasiest because there's just a whole bunch of butter in here, but it's good. It's not dry at all. I like the lemon and the capers in that. It actually works. There isn't a whole bunch of masala in here apart from the salt and pepper that was in the flour, but I guess not everything always needs masala. I get that, but it wouldn't hurt if you put some spice in here. I think I'm just gonna make some pasta and then mix that with this, and then it'll be a complete meal. 8.3 out of 10. Let's make a bacon, egg, and cheese with a Pakistani twist. In a bowl, crack some eggs. It gotta be a bit spicy, so let's slice up some green Thai chilies. Add green onions and cilantro. Season with chili powder, black caraway seeds, salt, and pepper. Give this a good mix. In a pan, let's cook up some bacon. Give them a flip, and you want them to be nice and crispy. In the same pan with the bacon grease, we'll go in with some butter. Now we go in with the egg, and right now we're basically making a Pakistani style omelet. I'm gonna go in with my paneer cheese. I was supposed to toast these first before I added in the eggs, but I forgot. And a bit of cheddar as well. And I was supposed to fry up some of the tomatoes too, but I forgot. All right, let's see if we can give this a flip. Half a flip. And you know what? I actually like that mistake because now the cheese gets to melt on the inside and it's not going to get stuck on the pan. And now to combine everything, I'm going to make a paratha. So I'll scoop out some of my roti dough, make this into a dough ball, flatten it out into a disc, elongate it just a bit, and laminate this with some butter. Now turn this into a log and coil this up like a snake. And now you got to make this into the best circle that you can try. Now let's grab our tawa, which is basically a flat pan. Slap on our paratha. And you want to generously coat this with some clarified butter. Carefully give it a flip and do the same thing on the other side. Now just keep flipping it until each side gets nice and golden brown. And now reassemble. Let's grab our paratha with a tiny bit of tamarind chutney along with your bacon, egg and cheese, and wrap it up. Ooh, that's spicy. And the paratha is nice and flaky. I would have used tin foil to wrap it up so it's nice and tight.
If it's not tight,
it's not right. 9.3 out of 10.